Russia is suing Google. The nation of Russia is suing Google, and they are suing them for an amount of money that I've never heard of before. They're fining them. Excuse me, they're not suing them. A Russian court has actually ruled that Google has to pay $20 decillion in fines for blocking their content, and the fines could get bigger.
Wait, hold on, man. What? Decillion.
Yeah.
So it would go million, billion,
Yep.
trillion, quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion. I don't know how that would work.
Sicilian, septillion,
Septillion, octillion,
nine-tillion,
well, it's nana is the nonanillion. I don't know how that one would be.
nonillion.
And then decillion.
So that would be 20 with 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33. That's 20 with 33 zeros after it. And so if you're wondering, that sounds like a lot of money. Yeah, the global GDP is around $100 trillion.
Well, see, that's what I just looked at. It says, according to the U.S. Global Wealth Report in 2023, the total net private wealth, so this net, stood at 454.4 trillion at the end of 2022. So that's how much money is in the world.
Yeah, this is probably more money than has ever existed.
That shit is so funny. It's fucking Dr. Evil head ass over there just
So
Oh my
what
God.
happened was YouTube banned a Russian YouTube channel. It was called Sargrad in 2020 in response to the U.S. sanctions imposed over its owner. This was right when like the new invasion of Ukraine was going on. Following Putin's illegal invasion of Ukraine in 2022, more channels were added to the banned list. 17 stations are now suing the chocolate factory, including Zvezda, a TV channel owned by Putin's Ministry of Defense. Google was called by a Russian court to administrative liability under Article 13.41 of the Administrative Offenses Code for removing channels on the YouTube platform. And then the court imposed a fine of 100,000 rubles per day, which is $1,025 per day, with the total fine doubling every week. That's how it got up that high. So the fine doubles every week. And so now Google is on the hook for that. And so, yeah, I guess Google is pretty much bankrupt, but not really, because they're just not. They're going to say, come collect.
So the Russian court found them guilty, so they have to pay that in. So I assume no Google products can be used in Russia then? I mean, is that the end goal here?
I don't know. I don't know what it's like, what's banned in Russia. I think that if you're going to ban a website, that comes from like your side, that comes from the government. So like in China, you can't use Google, you can't use X.com, the Everything app, you can't use Facebook, all this stuff. That's because the government bans it, not because Google doesn't allow their product to be used there.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, this is just an insane amount of money, and I don't know if this is anchoring in the negotiation where they're like, we think that if we just ask for an insane amount of money, maybe they'll end up settling for $100 million. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So Google in Russia has been inactive since 2022. Okay. After they pulled out of the country following Putin's special military operation.
Special military operation.
That's what the register.com said.
Mm-hmm. Special military operation is slang for war.
Special military operation, baby.
It's like when we labeled like enemy soldiers enemy combatants back in 2004, because that meant that we could like torture them.
Insurgents too.
Yeah, insurgents. But enemy combatants was the phrase that Rumsfeld, like one day he came out to a press conference and the reporters were asking questions about like enemy soldiers. He's like, whoa, what's all this soldiers stuff? They're enemy combatants. We're treating them as enemy combatants, not as soldiers, because under soldiers they have rights in the Geneva Convention and the rules of war. But enemy combatants, bitch, you're going to Guantanamo and you're probably not getting out.
It's like the NCAA. They said, well, we don't pay them because they're amateurs, and they're amateurs because we don't pay them.
Yeah. Yeah.